And we're on.
It's the Sini-Gang with l-boogy.
General Supernova.
And Brother Butterfly.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. How about you?
Yeah, sorry. If people hear a little buzz, it's because I got a fan going. I have some problems with my AC, just so our quality hasn't gone down. It's just you might hear something in the background. Other than that, I'm okay.
It's like 60 degrees outside.
I know. What you worried about?
I don't have all the windows wide open and everything.
Still, I'm freezing right here.
Are you really?
I'm directly in front of the fan, man.
If you really want to turn it off, you can turn it off.
I'm good. Just freeze me to death. Don't worry about
sorry.
me. I'm sorry.
I like it.
You know,
cool.
I come here and this is what you do to me. So
I'm sorry. Okay, my apologies.
I'm feeling the love.
Feeling the cold.
I mean, you like the temperature like at
70.
Yeah.
70, 72. That's my comfort zone. It was just 2 degrees, but most people I know like it higher than that.
I mean, you run the AC in your car in the winter. So
yeah, that says a lot.
Yeah.
The button is on. Doesn't mean it's on cold.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The button is on, period.
It's putting out.
Most people turn on the heater when it's winter.
Because the button, when you have the AC on in my car, that's how you keep it from recirculating. If you put heat, it doesn't recirculate, and you can get exhaust from other cars.
Oh,
that's the only reason. It's still hot. It's still warm air coming through. It's not like it's freezing air in the winter.
I'm not even gonna talk about that. It just
we already know.
That's just where Sterno's coming from. That's his logic, and
no, it's just
that's all the audience needs to know.
That's it.
I don't like getting exhaust from other cars. If you recirculate, it reduces the amount of outside air that comes in.
So he turns the AC on. But the temperature is on warm.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
I love it.
There you go. I'm not going to say anything. What was said, and let the audience
be your own judge, man.
Of what just happened.
I am not putting cold air into my car in the winter. That's one that is clear. I just wanted to keep.
You do know by having the AC on, you're using more gas, even though you're using you're going with heat. But
yeah, you depress that button, man. You know you're activating your fuel.
I tried it without the button. It wasn't getting the wrong stuff. It was I could smell the exhaust. So that's why.
You're weird.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Enough of that.
What's going on? Anything else? Anything else? It's baseball season. I don't think any of you care. My Mets are doing good.
Oh,
They're doing. They always do good at the beginning of the season. By the end of the season, I could care less. Because
when was the last time they got a championship?
1986. Actually, yeah, 86.
Was that this what's it called, the Subway series?
No, see,
I heard of that. That's all I know. I don't know.
That's why we don't talk about baseball.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Sorry.
Next topic, please.
Sorry.
Moving right along. Although I do enjoy baseball, there's just way too many games, and it doesn't really become competitive until the World Series.
Game 150?
Yeah. Way too many games.
Yeah, but if there was less games, people would be asking for more games.
True.
I don't know. Would you want more football games? Because there's only like what 16.
I'm good with
games?
17 game season. And in playoffs, I'm good with that. I mean, you know, and it's once a week. You know, once a week. That's plenty.
Basketball, 82 games.
Too many games, man. I don't even tune in until playoff time, man.
Okay.
I just try to keep up with like who's in the run for the playoffs. And a lot of the games are way too late, like 10:30 games, man, and they keep you up to 1:30 in the morning.
That's for East Coasters.
Yes.
You West Coasters haven't made.
You haven't made. I mean, I've been trying to watch these playoffs lately, and it's tough. It's tough. And then, you know, some of the playoffs, I think expected more competition from the Eastern series.
It's been interesting.
And
I mean,
a lot of them are dominating.
Boston
3-0.
Well, against Philadelphia right now.
Yeah.
It's been
a lot of people pick Philadelphia to win it all, or even at least the NBA East.
You gotta trust the process.
Trust the process. Oh, okay. They can come back 0-3 and win. All right, here we go. Then it'll get juicy again.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a favorite to make it to the championships or to win it all, or are you just cheering for whoever?
I've just been cheering for underdogs lately.
I mean, I know you're a Laker fan. I am also a Laker fan,
and they're not even in the playoffs. So.
Yeah, but but Boston is, which automatically makes us fans of the other team.
Yes. So I've been cheering for
Philadelphia.
Yes. And I'm anti-LeBron, so I've been cheering for Toronto. And I'm like, God, these sucks. I'm staying up this late for nothing.
I don't have a problem with LeBron. I see why he gets hate. I see why there's a lot of anti-LeBron people out there. But I give him respect. I give him props for what he's done. I mean, he's a beast. He's a
beast.
Freak.
He's a beast. And I hate him for being a beast. So, you know.
What? Yeah, I mean, I know he doesn't hate LeBron, and
I don't hate him because he thinks he's something that he's not. I hate him because he is what he is.
Yeah.
You
hate
I get
him
that. Because he is what he is.
Yeah.
Because he's the top guy. The top of the heap, or did you hate Jordan? I mean, it's like
no, I love Jordan.
Okay, now why is it different for LeBron? I just don't understand. I didn't quite understand where all the hate was coming from.
He rubs me the wrong way, man. I look at him and I get
because he left his team to go.
It was even before that. Even when he's with this team, I didn't like him, man.
Okay.
So it's just him. I don't know. I never met the man.
Okay.
But just looking at him and watching him play.
God,
I hate this guy.
Coming out of high school, he went straight to the NBA, and he was getting praise, and I hated that because I was like, this dude, everyone thinks is the second coming of Christ, and and he's only like a 17-year-old kid. Is like, please, I hope people shut him down. But then
media made him who he was.
But yeah, back then.
Right.
But now
he's finally living up to it. But there's still a controversy. It's like is he
several championships later.
Right.
Well, I mean, I know you guys are Lakers fans, but you didn't have any problem with Kobe Bryant, right? You came from
I did.
Did you have a problem with Kobe Bryant?
Talking to me?
Well, either one of you guys.
I love Kobe. I love
his first couple years. I was like, come on, you're trying too hard.
Yes.
Ball hog. That stuff was they were talking about.
A lot of shots.
He was cocky.
Cocky.
Okay.
A lot of shots.
And you hated him then.
I hated him then.
I didn't hate him, but I wished he toned it down.
Toned it down, man. That's
but when him and Shaq were having a feud in LA, I was team Shaq. I was like, if you're gonna get rid of one of them, just get rid of Kobe, keep Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
And in retrospect, or in hindsight, I believe they did the right thing by getting rid of Shaq and keeping Kobe.
Yes.
So at the time, I was like, team Shaq. Because
there was no one in the league that could stop this guy. You just throw him the ball in the paint and boom, he's just gonna dunk on you all day, all night.
Right.
And you don't get 7 foot something, 300-pound dudes.
There was no one else like Shaq in the league.
It's not like they come by every day.
Right.
Whereas Kobe's, you could find athletic shooters anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I was wrong. And
the game changed. The game changed. You know that, right? Small ball.
Yeah.
Small ball.
Yeah. But I mean, I love Kobe now.
I love Kobe now. And when he retired, I cried.
Did you really?
Inside.
Okay. I was just like, did you literally cry, or you just saying?
But and I remember his last game against the Utah Jazz,
mm-hmm.
and I recorded that game. And there's still times there, I still have it on my DVR.
Mm-hmm.
I might tune into it every now and again.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And that was an outstanding performance. Even Jordan didn't have a last game performance like that, man. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I have a number 8 Kobe jersey. I have the number 24 Kobe jersey. I don't have a Shaq jersey. I have Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, But LeBron, I believe. I mean, I hate it when people compare LeBron and Michael Jordan.
You can't. You just can't.
But right. I also don't put one above the other.
Right.
Some people are saying, "Yo, Jordan's the best."
It's apples and oranges to me.
It is.
It's so plain and simple. Apples and oranges.
So I mean, just if you guys had to pick the greatest of all time, who are you putting on that number
Wilt
one?
Chamberlain. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, all I heard is like usually I hear Jordan or LeBron or I don't know.
You know what? I firmly believe if Magic Johnson never got sick and stayed in the league and was healthy to play a couple more years, I think history would be different.
That he'd be the greatest of all
the
time.
greatest of all time.
I don't know.
He probably would have won a couple more championships.
I don't know.
I think so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Magic Johnson's my favorite player of all time.
But he's my favorite
of all
player.
time.
I'm a little biased.
Yeah,
but I'm also I'm
love
trying to think.
Magic.
I'm trying to be unbiased and say that if he stayed healthy,
Irving Johnson,
and was able to play a couple more years during his prime.
I don't think so. I don't think he was on the level of Michael Jordan. But like I said, he's my favorite player of all time.
The ball, his NBA IQ, man, I think was above others.
I think Jordan had a drive that Magic Johnson didn't have. And don't get me wrong, I know Magic Johnson was a hard ass player, and I love the Detroit Laker series championships.
Yes,
I watched the 30 for 30 on ESPN between the Lakers and the Celtics, and the issues with Magic and Larry and all that. To me, Larry and Magic is the greatest rivalry of all time.
We'll never know. I think there could have been a couple more Chicago Laker series, man.
I don't know. I remember watching the 91 Chicago versus Lakers championship.
We got our butt handed to us.
Yes, and that's when I decided Michael Jordan is the real deal.
Yes.
Was that time.
Yes.
And at that time, Magic Johnson was still, I mean, he passed his prime, but he was still good. So I don't know. I mean, I used to think Dr. J.
And that's another thing, too. The NBA, I think, is not as strong as it was before.
You mean the game is not as physical, or are you talking about the depth of talent, or what are you trying to say?
Yeah, the depth of talent. Because a lot of teams back then were more of an even playing field. Now a lot of teams are more stacked than others. You know what I mean?
See, I disagree with that also. I mean, I'm a big fan of the 80s game of the basketball NBA in the 80s.
Okay,
I love the game. I love the NBA. That was my thing. The 80s, the 90s. And I loved the 76ers, Dr. J, Billy Cunningham,
Moses Malone.
I loved
Charles Barkley.
And I enjoyed the Lakers at the time,
Andrew Toney. I can name a few more, man.
Yeah,
I know the Sixers.
I've seen the Sixers back then. I saw Moses Malone. My dad lived in Philadelphia for a little bit, so we watched Sixer games every now and then. But and I hated the Celtics. But back then, there was no parity in the teams. Nobody knew who the Boston Bullets were, or the Dallas Mavericks, or the Sacramento Kings, because they all sucked. They were really bad.
No.
Yes, they were bad.
Rolando Blackman.
I know you
Mark
know
Aguirre. Come on, man. Those were guys. They were talented individuals.
The team, you could say good players. They were good players. The team sucked. The team sucked ass. There was no parity. It was like the same 6 teams.
The Lakers were so good. That's why they were overshadowed.
Exactly. The teams were so good. The Lakers were so good. The Celtics were so good. The 76ers were so good that they overshadowed the rest of the league. And they were so good that the other teams had no chance. I remember when Houston
You were young then. You didn't know. You don't know what you're talking about,
I remember when Houston came up and shocked everyone. Was like, oh, man, they beat the Lakers with the Twin Towers, with Ralph Sampson and Akeem. Before that, nobody knew who the Houston Rockets were unless you lived in Houston. No one could name a player on the Houston Rockets before
the Twin Towers.
The Twin Towers.
Come on.
No one. And that's 1986, 87, 88. Because teams didn't have the parity like they do now.
No, I disagree, man.
I think there's more parity now. Although there's way more teams now, so there are way more bad players in the league. Before, you had to be a really good player to get in the league. Now you just have to be a garbage player. You can sneak in there.
You can sneak in there. There's too many garbage players in the league. There's no depth in the benches.
I do think that the game is smarter now. It's not
It's not.
It's not as physical. I think it's smarter.
It's not.
You kind of just so opposite.
It's fast break basketball.
It's not
whoever can
fast.
get to the hoop faster.
The Warriors are fast break basketball.
And you know what they do? Shoot 3-pointers all the time, man. That's their fast break.
But
as soon as they cross half court, like throw it up.
I don't think Cleveland's 3-pointers all the time.
No, but they're trying to get to the bucket quick. Outrace the other team.
They don't score.
Outrace the other team, and that's how they score. There's no set plays, no set offense. That's why they suck in a half court game.
That's what you think.
They suck in a half court game, man.
They don't suck.
They do big time.
Oh wait, that makes your point.
It's because LeBron is such a great individual player. He can create buckets and make bad and have to score 45 points because they got no half court game, man.
They are decent half court. I'll admit they are.
They're so garbage, man. I could take a junior varsity team and they got more set plays than Cleveland
Did
right
you think
now.
the same thing when LeBron was in Miami?
They're just fast break all the time, man. Him and Wade, fast break, cherry picking, throw it down the court.
Kevin completely wrong there. They were one of the best half court teams of all time. Those Miami Heat teams with Bosh and Wade and LeBron. And I give credit to Eric Spoelstra. He's an amazing coach.
And what's he doing now with Miami? Nothing.
Because they got nobody. He's an amazing coach for what he has. He has a bunch of guys.
He inherited a bunch of great players. I don't think he was really a great
Who's great
coach.
now on Miami? And
no, at the time when Bosh came and Wade and LeBron were there, he inherited that. It's not like he drafted them and
they were good before LeBron and Bosh got there.
And where was Spoelstra?
He was there. He was the coach.
And where was Miami?
They were in the running. They were
not heard of. They were not in the playoffs.
They were in the playoffs.
It wasn't until the big three came there, and
that's when they became a championship team.
Right.
When the big three were there. But when it was just Dwayne Wade,
and it wasn't because of coaching. It was because of
Dwayne Wade,
athletic talent.
Alonzo Mourning, they were decent.
Yeah, and that was when Riley was the coach.
After Riley, who succeeded Riley? Eric Spoelstra.
And there was a downhill. There was
who is a disciple of Riley, who's playing the same offense that the Lakers were running in the 80s that you obviously loved and said is the greatest of all time. So the 80s Lakers sets are basically the 90s Heats or the
90s Heats, right?
The 2000 Heat sets.
When they still were playing half court ball, and then when those three came, it became small ball, man. Bosh, an outside shooter. He wasn't much of a post up player.
That's what hurt them. He needed to post up more, but
because they were small ball.
All right, 2 championships ain't enough to prove that they were good.
They were good. They were good at small ball, and that's how the league changed, man. So they were the best at the time in small ball.
What do you think about Boston today?
Boston, they're, for the personnel that they're running, all the injuries that they're suffering from. They deserve to win. And if they can get to the finals, I'm going to cheer for them. Even though I'm very anti-Boston, but I was like,
I will never cheer for them in my lifetime. I knew he was going to say that immediately. Never going to cheer for the Celtics.
You'll never cheer for the Celtics. Never cheer for the Cowboys. Never. I've heard it from him many times over the years.
But I will give Brad Stevens, their coach, props. He's a hell of a coach.
And
he knows how to run good sets.
But
they do shoot a lot of threes.
And that's when they lose
with their sets.
No,
their sets are made for shooting.
Have you seen all their victories lately? Is the crucial timeouts, the play that they call after the timeouts, and then they score right afterwards. I mean, those are momentum changers and help them win the basketball games, man. So that's good coaching.
Yeah, I also have a thing against that coach too. I hate him.
It's Boston. I don't really like him, but I was like, damn. That was a good call.
He coached the team in college that beat our
Horford has been playing his butt off. Yeah. He was one of those underrated players, and somehow became a playoff superstar all of a sudden, man. So,
yeah, I like Horford. He used to play with Atlanta. I used to cheer for him in Atlanta, but
not anymore. wearing that Celtic green.
Yep. I don't like. I can't stand Boston. Just can't stand it.
No, I don't like Moors. I don't like Smart. Just something about them just irks me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't like you.
I like Morris, his twin brother, one of my favorite players.
Oh yeah,
he plays just like him. Just for Washington. Markeith. But I don't know. The Lakers.
right now, I am hating
I hear
on
the sadness of
Ball
the-
right
the
now.
Lakers.
I'm hating on Ball.
I see the thing is Lonzo Ball, I can't stand the family. I hate his dad. I hate his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
His brother in UCLA got in trouble in China, and then his other brother thinks he's the greatest kid in the world. Can't stand both of them. They went to Lithuania to play NBA to play professionals there because
They can't cut it in the NBA.
well, no, they didn't want to play college here, and the dad wants them to play against real players, against scrubs over there.
That's
But
not real
yeah,
players.
They're not there anymore.
Mm.
That's actually the team said, they sucked because they were here just for publicity.
Mm-hmm.
But Lonzo, the one on the Lakers, I like him best of the three. But if he wasn't on the Lakers, I would really, really hate him, and I'd really be booing him. Because he's on the Lakers, I am opening
You're
my
hoping.
mind.
You're wishing for the best, man.
Yes.
Like, come on.
I want him to be humbled. I want him to get humbled with the Lakers. I want him to be good, but I want him to be a really good role player and not the star, because I don't want him to be the star. I want Kyle Kuzma to be the star.
I love Kuzma.
Exactly. I want anybody else.
Just looking at him, I want to be his friend. He's so cool.
But yeah, Lakers have a long way to go. We might get Paul Pierce. We might get LeBron. Would you like LeBron in LA? LeBron is going to be a free agent soon. LA is in the running. He has a house in LA.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of businesses in LA. He does a lot of producing stuff. He's in acting now. He's got movies coming out.
I hate those Sprite commercials, man. They irk me. I'm like,
Have you ever seen Trainwrecked with John Cena and LeBron?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh man,
Did he have a big role in that?
he had a bigger role than I expected. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron did.
Wow.
He had a big speaking role. Yeah, he was in several scenes. He's throughout the movie. John Cena was funny in it too.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena. People don't give credit to John Cena for that movie, but John Cena was great in Trainwrecked. I mean, and what's her name? The actress. I can't remember her name. She. A lot of people don't like her. She has a weird comedy style.
Schumer.
Yeah, Amy Schumer. But if you can get by that, the movie's really good, and I give credit to LeBron for that. But he also does other things. He has that one game show. Is it The Wall?
This guy I love.
Who is that guy?
Victor Oladipo,
Yep, who plays for
the Indiana Pacers.
yeah. He's okay. He can dunk the hell out of a ball.
He can dunk the ball. He can play. He can ball. The boy can ball.
Yes, he can. But he's also one of your small ball guys.
He is, and that's what makes me like, wow.
Well, like I said,
Over.
would you want LeBron with the Lakers? There's a chance that he can go to the Lakers.
Man, hey, I don't know.
I would take him.
I don't know. If once I got to see him in the uniform. Once I see him in Laker gold, then a switch.
He's gonna
might
be
flip.
the same player. He's gonna be the same
A switch
player.
might
he
flip.
was.
Like, yo, I love him, man.
Same player he is now, just in a different
That's
jersey.
my boy. I always loved you. He is the greatest man ever. Right? Yeah, I'm buying a LeBron Laker jersey right away. Right? No, that's questionable. I don't know.
It's a long shot though. It's a chance. Like I said, he's probably gonna go to a team that has more of a chance.
More of a chance for a championship because that's what
We
he wants.
know the
He
Lakers-
wants to get all these fingers covered. And then that way he can claim I'm better than Jordan because look at all the rings I got around my fingers.
Is there something wrong with that? I mean, not the Jordan part, but getting all the.
No, but I'm just saying that's why he would.
Okay.
Well, how do you feel about Golden State? You know, about Durant going to Golden State. Do you have a problem with that?
I didn't have a problem with that.
See, I don't have a problem with that either. To me,
Because
every
I
player,
like Durant. I like Durant.
To me, every player,
You're entitled to, you know.
yeah, has a choice of where they want to go.
Yeah.
If you want to go to a team, a winning team,
Yeah.
I say you go.
And that's why I didn't hate LeBron for going to Miami. I didn't hate, you know.
Yeah, I don't hate that either.
I respected that decision. I was like, yeah, go do what you got to do. But I still, and when he was in Miami, I still hated him then too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think these. I think these players are using the rules to their advantage, and I don't think it's bad. To me, it's the same as in the 80s when all the good teams, the Celtics, Lakers, and 76ers had all the good players. To me, it's the same thing. Going back to that, when you obviously think the NBA was better, when there was 3 good teams.
Man, you know how tough Utah was?
How many championships did they win?
None, but they were tough.
You
You know how tough San Antonio was? They were tough.
Utah had Karl Malone, John Stockton, maybe the greatest point guard of all time, John Stockton, Mark Eaton, who was like a 7'4" beast. He was a white Shaq, and yet they couldn't win. So it just shows you that good players.
No, it just showed you how great the Lakers were. That was still a tough team to win. They were still up there winning basketball games. It's not like they couldn't make the playoffs or lost. You know, they were tough and they're very competitive. Like stretched them out to game 7s all the time.
You know, Cleveland has Jordan Clarkson on the team, the only Filipino playing in the NBA.
Oh, okay. Which you hardly ever hear of.
Oh, no, he plays a lot. He's just in a really bad slump. He's doing bad. I'll admit, I'm a Jordan Clarkson fan. They need to sit him down because he is messing up the team. He is making the team lose. But I am happy to see him, and I want to see him win. I want to see him do good. I want a Filipino with the championship. I mean, I know Spoelstra did it with Miami Heat, Filipino coach, but I want to see a Filipino player. And Jordan Clarkson is that guy who could make it happen. Well, LeBron can make it happen, but Jordan Clarkson will be the guy with the ring.
Yeah, let's clarify that.
I want to see an NBA player with the championship. I mean, a Filipino NBA player with a championship. So it can happen. It's a dream of mine. It's a dream of mine. I don't see it happening anytime soon other than this. I mean, I don't know of too many other Filipinos
coming out right now.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the Philippines.
making an impact.
There was a good player coming out of the Philippines who came to the United States to play college ball. Kobe Paras is his name.
Okay, Kobe.
His name was Kobe because his dad was a
Laker fan.
He was a Laker fan. He was actually a professional basketball player in the Philippines, and you know he groomed his son to be a great player. He named him Kobe because he was a fast basketball fan. And now he came to the United States. He played college ball in the United States, and this guy's a celebrity in the Philippines.
Right.
His family's like the Kardashians of the Philippines, or the Balls, Lonzo Balls. Of the Philippines. But he's a celebrity in the Philippines. He comes to the United States. He came to UCLA first. Before he even played a game, he left UCLA. Sort of got kicked off because I don't want to say drama. There's a lot of things that happen.
They're saying on Wikipedia, they're saying it's academic requirements or fails.
Whatever.
That's something Wikipedia. That's all I'm saying.
If you're a good basketball player, academic requirements don't matter. Don't matter.
Okay.
So he went to Podunk Creighton University.
Yep.
Where he was hailed. He's like, oh man, we got this dude. He didn't play. I mean, he sat on the bench the whole time. They loved him. Filipinos would go to Creighton basketball games just to watch him play, or just watch him sit on the bench.
Right.
He might have got a minute or two in a game, but he wasn't a player. and this was a great Creighton team. They were great. But I hear stories of how the team would go out and there would be mobs of Filipinos following the team, and the team would laugh because this is the guy who doesn't play. He's getting mobbed like he was a celebrity. So, but again, he transferred out of that to Cal State Fullerton, Cal State Northridge, California, for a year. I don't know how he did there because I don't know anything about Cal State Northridge, other than they had a Filipino player who transferred out of that to come to Norfolk and play in Old Dominion University.
He redshirted his first year of eligibility, and then he never played with the Matadors. So.
Yes, and now he went back to the Philippines, saying, "Hey, this is where I belong." So he was like a chance for a Filipino to make a big move in the United States, but nothing ever happened.
So now he's in the Gilas Cadet Squad?
Team Gilas, which is Team Philippines. Team Gilas, which is,
So what could have been, basically you're saying, we could have
there's another guy who's killing it in the Philippines right now. His name's Bobby Ray Park. Ray, they nicknamed him. Bobby Ray Park. Look him up. He came to the United States, or he was supposed to come to the United States, play for George Mason University, I believe. Filipino. His family is a great Filipino basketball team in the Philippines. Ray Park, his dad, I think he's black guy, played in the Philippines, had a son there. Ray Park, and came to the United States. Some reason he never showed up to George Mason. I don't know what happened. Again, it's some weird drama. Like they were calling him and he never answered his phone.
Right.
Some weird things. I don't know the whole story. I don't know. And he just goes missing for a while, and the next thing you know, he's back in the Philippines playing professional there. And I think his team just won like the Philippines, the PBA or the Philippine League there, or whatever. They just won the championship there because of him. But see, I keep up with this stuff because
he's in the know.
Yeah,
I do. I love basketball. I don't care if it's
international basketball,
especially Filipinos possibly going to the NBA. Yeah.
That's his dream.
I know.
So
Jordan Clarkson
is your hope right now.
He is.
Filipino hope.
He was with the Lakers for the longest time.
And that was the best thing, right?
Yes. It was.
What happened with the Lakers?
They just suck.
Oh.
They just suck, and he ended up getting traded with him and Larry Nance to the Cleveland.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Just because that's what they do. Making room for LeBron for next year.
Yeah, Brother Butterfly's new favorite player with a jersey sporting and calling him the greatest of all time and all that stuff.
Oddly, I never had a Jordan jersey, so even though I liked him.
Me neither.
I have a Washington Jordan jersey. That's it.
Nice.
Me neither. Never got a Jordan. I had a Jordan poster growing up. I remember going to Montgomery Ward's and shopping there, and they had these life-size posters. The same, they're the full-size posters as the players, and they had two posters there: Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan.
Oh no! And you picked Jordan over Johnson, huh?
Yes. One thing, I didn't like the way Magic Johnson was standing.
Okay.
He was standing looking down like he's looking down at you.
Oh.
So his height was no longer his 6'8" or 6'6".
6'9".
6'9".
He was 6'9".
The poster, he's looking down and sort of bent over. So he's now, it had a ruler next to it. There's a big ruler next to it. So you can measure your height and it shows their height. So he wasn't 6'9" in the poster. He was only 6'6" or something because he was bending down.
Okay.
Whereas Michael Jordan was standing tall and posing. Like, he's posing.
Majestic.
Yes, he was. I was like, man, that's an awesome pose. Whereas Magic Johnson had a ball in one hand and he was just looking down like a weird look.
Wasn't a great pose. Huh?
No.
Didn't want to look at that. It wasn't inspiring, man.
No. And I went with the Jordan poster because it looked better. And I did see it's like, man, this guy could be the greatest of all time. Let me go with that. I don't think Magic Johnson is that, even though Magic Johnson's my favorite player of all time. So for years, I grew up with a Michael Jordan poster in my room.
Nice.
Where I'd measure my own height compared to him. But, yeah.
I believe we had a old Michael Jordan cutout.
Yes, we did.
back at the house, man, and a shack. Boogie tackled that one night.
Back when we were roommates. Oh yeah, that's right. He did tackle that.
I don't remember.
We put it in the foyer and set it up.
Well, you kept the one getting the standees, right? That was you.
Yeah, the
wasn't it?
standees.
I don't remember that.
We set one up in the foyer for Boogie to see as he entered the house one night. And he tackled it. You don't remember that? I can't believe it. You made such a commotion.
You saw some strange stuff and put in the foyer, and you decided to defend the household. Is that what happened?
It startled him so bad he just
tackled it. I mean, I don't remember it, but it just shows that I'm ready to fight if I see a stranger in the house. Open the door, stranger, he goes down.
Regardless of his height.
Was that the one where he had his arms up and he had like a Superman? Like
he had
like a
was it hips or
I think
it was
like
flexing
the biceps. I think.
Yeah, it might have been flexing the biceps.
Yeah, I think I remember that with a big ring and he's all dressed in black.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw it after it had like a big crease from someone tackling it. So, yeah.
You don't say standing after I get after.
Cardboard standees, beware!
Watch out!
Don't mess with l-boogy.
I bring the pain. So yeah, just want you to know, instant reaction. You don't know what you're gonna do when you're faced with a burglar in the house. What are you gonna do?
Well, you don't know.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight. He fought. He tackled the standee, man.
I probably would be like, "Oh, excuse me." Oh no, that's probably what I would have. I'm serious.
You would have peed your pants.
I wish I could have seen that. That would have been awesome.
You know, at the time, if we had if technology was different, because nowadays you have video surveillance cameras everywhere, and we didn't have that kind of stuff.
Yeah, what could have been?
We'd be YouTube celebrities.
Yes, that would have been viral right there. Shaq would have even contacted you on Twitter or something, man. Like, good tackle, man.
You want to try that for real?
I could take down Shaq.
I see it.
It's not about how big you are. It's about technique.
It's not about the
fight
in the dog
or
the bark. What?
Something about
it's not about the size of the dog, but the bark in the fight or the fight. I don't know.
It started to end with the fight in the dog. I don't know how it gets there.
There's nothing about a dog, a fight.
Size.
I don't know how it gets there.
Fool me once. Fool me twice.
Dog in the fight. Bird in the hand.
Oh God.
So yeah, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the
size of the fight in the dog.
That sounds better, but that's not right.
It don't matter.
Close enough.
Again, I'd take him down.
Call him that Shaq. Sure.
He's a lot older now too, so you might have a chance, man.
Go for the knees.
Who do you cheer for, Sterno? Who do you want you to win the championships this year?
I like Golden State, but that's just because I like what I've seen. I like their game. I'm not as big of a student of it as you guys are. I mean, like when you guys were talking about like what teams were great back then, I only knew superficially what was going on in the NBA. And to me, there was only two teams. There was only the Lakers and the Celtics. So that shows you how deep I was into the game. And even now, the only reason I knew about some of the teams is because I was collecting cards for a little bit when it was a big deal. And I have no particular favorites anymore. I like, because that's the messed up thing. Like, I watch a game with some friends that are really into it, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's a good play." And I look at the other team, and they like, "Oh, that's a good play over there." I don't really care who's. I like watching the athleticism, and not really, I don't cheer for anybody in particular here. I mean, now these days,
You see, and you need to.
No,
you need to pick a team because you're missing out on the emotions, the love, the excitement.
I cheer for our college team, and I cheer for. Was it football? I like the Redskins. NBA.
Do you
not
like
like
the
you
Redskins?
guys. No, not like you guys. I'm not saying I am like you guys. I said like. I'm not a huge fan like you
Name
guys.
a Redskin right now.
I haven't been watching lately. I'm not even sure who the quarterback is right now.
Alex Smith. But
I said I'm not saying I'm a huge fan. I get more into it when the season starts and when my fantasy football kicks in.
but when you love it like we do,
when you're invested, you know.
Well, that's because you guys are sports fans. I've just not been a sports fan. You know, it's never been my thing. So I'm not going to pretend to. I ask questions because I like to keep up with what's going on, but I'm not like, you know, it's not my, I need to get into this big.
But again, you need to find something that you do love, like the fact that you will cry if something happens to them. Like if the Lakers make it into the championship and win, I am going to cry. I am going to celebrate. I want you to find the love where something happens. You are going to cry.
I was happy when I was really into the story of when right after Katrina with the New Orleans Saints. I was cheering for them, but it was not like a permanent fandom of the Saints.
Yeah, you need to be a permanent fan of something.
I mean, I tried with Cleveland. That was just heartbreak. Cleveland Browns, I mean. So, yeah, that was just heartbreaking, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And
then you have to be sports. You could be a fan of
anime. Does that count?
Yes.
Well, then, yes, I've cried at anime, so leave me alone. Wasn't that long ago either, so shut up.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, but I want you to be like
holy crap! Oh my gosh!
Yes.
I was like that. You guys weren't here because we're not in the same kind of fandom. I'm more. You guys don't watch anime, I don't think.
I don't.
I do, and I was into this one character.
Yeah, but see, we are speaking about the love right now
because we're in a sports themed podcast right now.
Yeah, but
this is not gonna.
Is this the first time I've talked about sports or teams that I love?
No.
See, and you obviously do know I love about these teams. I love these teams. So I love them so much. I tell the world about them.
Yeah.
We're finding out. We don't even know the name of what you love. You just like anime.
I don't want to talk about.
That's like I love basketball.
I love the orange.
I'm a fan. Raw basketball.
Because you guys don't give a crap about the anime that I'm watching. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
You should be able to talk about it and make us love it.
Right, and
you
just
be like,
just hearing the passion from you and force us to like, wow.
You guys don't care about it. I'm not some evangelist trying to spread the good word of My Hero Academia.
We're not trying to convert you into an NBA fan. We're trying to bring out your passion for something.
Team you love. You gotta cry when they win the
That was a metaphor.
That was not a metaphor. That's a statement. Go back to English class, Mr. Degree.
You're not reading between the lines,
education
man.
Degree. Tell me what a metaphor.
You're not living life.
I'm not living your life. I'm living my life. I don't begrudge you your.
Is it living?
You know, or you just surviving,
existing.
Who's your Jordan Clarkson? Sterno.
Is it Miyazaki? Hayao Miyazaki.
He just pulled out the one.
I actually know. I know a little bit about this stuff. You know this.
Yeah.
You know I know the good stuff.
I know the Lakers. I know a little bit about teams. I just don't know that much of it. So the same thing. I don't.
Have you watched the Godzilla anime on Netflix?
Is the Godzilla anime on Netflix?
Whoa!
I've watched.
I know something you don't.
I've watched.
I'm not. Is that anime?
Yes, it's anime.
Oh, okay. Just checking. All right.
No, it's drawn in the style of Tom and Jerry.
No,
it's Hanna-Barbera.
I didn't know if it was actually
Looney
anime.
Tunes, man.
There's one of my favorite series of all time is Avatar: The Last Airbender, but you don't consider it anime because it wasn't Japanese style, it wasn't Japanese made, it was made in Korea. So stuff like that,
Oh wow!
See, I just don't talk to you guys because you don't give a shit about the stuff I'm talking.
The thing is, if you love it so much, you talk about it.
Yeah, regardless of anybody's opinion.
No.
It's like this is what I love.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't agree with that.
This is me. This is who I am. Accept me for that.
I don't need to talk about stuff
because you don't care about yourself.
If it's the right crowd.
You don't love yourself. How can you love anybody else if you don't love yourself?
Wow, that's a big leap. Jeez, Mr. Couch psychologist over there. You just don't love yourself because you don't talk about what you're into with everybody. It's not the right crowd. So I mean, if it was all pure geeky animation, yeah, we'd be having debates. When I'm in a Star Trek crowd, I talk about Star Trek and I defend whether Next Generation is way better than the original series or DS9, but we're not in that crowd right now. So, So I'm sorry.
I've listened to a lot of other shows where they talk about stuff I know nothing about, but they've made me love it. They've made me love stuff I didn't even know existed.
You watch. See, I know you are into a lot of different things, and I figured if you don't like it already, you didn't want to.
Because no one's put me on it.
I don't feel like I need to put you on anything. You know what
if you made me love My Hero Academia, how do you know I wouldn't be watching it and loving it with you?
When I said, hey, Boogie, you watching My Hero Academia? And you're like, nope. So you watching anime? Nope.
Then
I don't need to sell you on anything. I know you're like, why don't you sell me? Why don't you make me want to watch it?
Yes.
I don't need to do that.
Because you don't like it that much that you don't want to share your love with anyone else.
You're being selfish. What if all of a sudden you tapped into something into Boogie like, you know what? You might really like anime, Boogie, if you saw it from this perspective.
How many times have I said, Joe,
maybe you're not living, Boogie. You would be living if you watched anime through my eyes.
I might be missing out.
If you watched it through my eyes and saw what I saw and heard what I heard.
See, I don't even know what you're talking about. I want to see what you just saw and hear what you hear. But I want it.
He's just trying to motivational speaker.
And you know this, I've said this many times about anything I've watched or that I loved.
Yeah.
I will talk about it. It's like, man, I love you before this damn musical.
This is the Breaking Bad. It's so awesome. You gotta watch this show.
You need to watch
it.
Hamilton. Oh my gosh.
I know. I listened to the whole soundtrack.
You need to watch
12 times.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, shut up.
20 years I've been trying to get you to watch that movie.
I tried to. I didn't get to it.
But see, at that point, that's your fault.
Yeah, I know.
We've done our best to convince you to watch stuff. But you've never tried to convince us to watch My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
You just said, hey, do you watch it? No. All right. So no love shared from you, although we've shared our love for what we love.
I don't agree. I just don't feel like I should force my opinion on anybody.
It's not forcing your opinion. It's sharing your opinion.
If I mention it, how many times do I mention things to you?
Have you felt like I forced Hamilton on you?
A little bit. A little bit. Not like I hate it, but it was, a little push.
Because I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Who knew I would love the story about the founding father? The $10 founding father without a father.
$10 founding father.
Challenged in a duel and was killed, man.
Oh, you ruined it. Spoiler.
If you don't know anything about Hamilton the musical, you just need to listen
to Boogie talk about it because he'll sell you on it.
The greatest. It's one of the greatest. It's the greatest thing ever. Greatest thing ever. I'm not even. I can go on and on about it. But yes, you know that about me. That I love it so much that
you gush.
Yes, I gush, and I love it.
Right.
And I don't think I'm alone with that.
No, but I don't gush very often. And when I do, it's just
that's why you're sterno. You don't gush over anything.
I just don't. I don't.
Is that you?
Is that me?
It ain't me.
Okay, I don't know where that's coming from.
Let's see. We're listening to something about Team Optimus.
Yeah, but I didn't have anything open that would have anything like. Oh, was that the tablet that's being used by?
It probably is.
Oh,
we're like looking for. I thought I was like playing some sort of video. Like I don't have anything open.
All right, let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
Sure, this is the part of our podcast where we educate our listeners on the Filipino language. Neither Boogie nor I nor Brother Butterfly are actual native speakers of the Filipino or Tagalog. So if we get some aspect of the word incorrect, like its pronunciation or general usage, feel free to let us know. But keep in mind that we have said in the past, and we will always say that we are not a knowledge-based podcast. Don't refer to us as any kind of information source. We're just doing this for the fun of it, to share the culture. Maybe you have a little phrase or word of Filipino you could share among your friends, but it's all in good fun, and just keep it that way. Boogie, do you have a word?
I don't know. Do you guys have a word? Buhay.
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 Buhay. Walang ang buhay.
Cisterno. Supernova. Kasi ayaw siyang NBA.
Okay, so that's gonna be our phrase of the day. Walang lang buhay si Tono kasi lang walang lang NBA. I don't even remember the rest of it. If you want to do that.
Buhay.
Okay, so buhay is life. So you're saying I have no life because I don't get into the NBA. That's what he said. So let's make buhay our word of the day. Buhay.
Like I said, it don't have to be sports.
It don't. It gotta be something.
It could be cars.
I don't know how many times I had this conversation with you, Sterno, man.
How many times have you had this conversation?
Too many. We're about to give up on you, man.
Oh, the tears are coming. I'm sorry.
You could be porn stars. You could be in love with porn stars.
We don't judge you. Go ahead and just tell us.
Do you have any recommendations on porn stars, Boogie?
You might be a.
No, don't go into the
Jenna Hayes kind of.
No, he's gonna go into a male thing.
No.
I see where he's going.
I actually don't know. I don't know any males I can think of outside of Ron Jeremy. What's that? No, Peter North.
I have no idea. I honestly don't know who they are.
I could name a whole lot, but I'm like,
okay. Jeez.
Make sure you visit our website, www.sini-gang.com.
Or email us at thesinigang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at The Sini-Gang.
Or find us on Facebook on facebook.com/thesinigang. And look for our videos on YouTube. Do a search for our URL, www.sini-gang.com. And that should take you to our videos, which you could please like, comment, and subscribe. That would be awesome. So until next time, this is Sterno Supernova.
This is Brother Butterfly.
And this is l-boogy, the Elemental One, saying thanks for listening and
Sige na.
Go Bear.
We good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. Tune in for our next episode. Till then, take care.